Hello everybody, we are back with another gameplay of Farthest Frontier version 1.0. I started playing yesterday, but then my save file got just deleted. So I thought I would start back up, create a new file, but this time we're going to try and go hard mode, because I like a challenge when it comes to these games. Typically, when I play hard mode, I don't make it very far because all my villagers die. So we'll see how far I can go this time. So we're going to start with Vanquisher, map size large, and we're going to go Arid Highlands. We're going to keep everything else the same. Let's find us a nice settlement name. Mosquitoville. That sounds like hell. Let's get started. Let's skip the cutscene. And let's see how long we last in Mosquitoville. Of course, first thing we need to do is scope out our water and fertility, what we're looking at there. I also figured last time I was playing the best thing to start with is picking up the village militia tech, just because early game hard mode you're going to have lots of raider attacks, you're going to have boars and wolves attacking you all the time, especially when you're out. So having that extra bit of defense and attack probably means the difference between life and death in a lot of cases. I mean, it's a 20% bonus to all your villagers, so you know that can really matter. Okay. That will probably be one of the first techs I pick. Alright, so far off the bat it seems pretty arid. Alright, so so just around here we got 40% fertility, 36% water. Let's kind of scope around for a bit. That place is crap. 37, 38, 39. Okay, so we do have some early water up here, or for fishing, so that could be good. Fertility is still not super hot. This does really appear to be our best fertility so far. Let's go east a bit. 44, 45, 46, 47. Again, nothing super great. Again, a little bit better over here. Nothing really good up there. So I think this is probably where we're gonna have to set up. So we got. So the big problem I'm seeing off the bat is this big rock is gonna really hinder us from expanding north and east. So 47, 48% up here, and we're gonna have to flatten this down too, which is gonna be a pain. 40. So maybe like start building up here, and we're gonna expand southward. Farm and stuff's gonna be over here. How's our water? Water is not super great up here. We're gonna have to spend a lot of time flattening everything as well. We might have to work on planting some trees, because we're gonna have what? Farm down here, so I have to work on planting some trees to help with the cover. We're gonna spend a lot of time, and we don't have a lot of trees too, so that's gonna hinder us in the early game as well. But I think we're in a somewhat decent position. Let's go and clear out some of this. Turn. We're actually gonna need to do a lot of clearing. Let's take a look at our. So yeah, fertility is gonna be best down here. So that's obviously where the farm's gonna be. Housing, we might need to build kind of up here a bit, maybe. What's our water sitch? Water's not bad over here, so maybe housing is gonna go over here. Production over here. Farm down here. Something like that. We're just gonna start with clearing out a lot of these resources here. As soon as we get some early roads built around everything. Just something I like to do starting out. And we need to go and get probably a hunter shack and a forager shack ASAP. Let's build a couple roads going north. That'll be the basis for Alright, so we'll start with, we'll see how we do there. We're not in too bad of an early position. I don't know. Okay, we got eggs here for gathering. Eggs down there. Not a lot, which is going to be unfortunate. Sumac over here. We do have some deer up here, which will be good. But one thing I've noticed with hard mode is deer supplies deplete quite rapidly. And that is not very ideal. So let's start doing some gathering here. And you are going to be hunting up here. So I said we're going to build our farm down here. Because we have water this way and up here, there's probably a lake up here. So it probably makes sense for us to build our housing over here. Gonna clear these out, and then we need to get our firewood splitter started. We'll need to work on doing some flattening as well. Just because that's going to start being a pain. Resources, firewood splitter. Okay, let's get some early roads built this way for our houses. Start harvesting this, and we'll get some flattening projects going. We'll get our first tech in 4 months. So like I said, I'm thinking, well, this is probably a bit safer of a location than I've played previously. I might do a little early game exploring with my hunter, because if we only have this one deer, it's going to exhaust up pretty quickly, but I've got a feeling that there is a lake over here, which would be good, a good source of reliable fish. So we'll need to do that soon. Just trying to get some of this flattened out because it's going to be a pain for building as we go forward. Things are starting out pretty well. We have a decent source of firewood. Let's go and get our houses built. It's going to use a good chunk of our... It's going to use all of our... Wood's probably going to be a struggle for us early game. I mean, these northeast of us are probably going to be our best source, but I don't want to deplete those super early. Let's turn off roads. There we go. Get that cleared out. Oops. Yep. I'm feeling pretty good about this playthrough so far. I don't know. However, I can definitely foresee. Let's chop some wood down like over here, and that'll give us time for it to grow back. We'll just do a bit of like spot clearing every now and then. Almost done too, so that'll help. But I need to really work on flattening everything. He's butchering. As soon as he's done butchering, we will go on a little expedition. Normally I would just send my regular villagers and laborers out, but hard mode like this, I definitely want to have at least someone with a little bit of protection, who will be at least able to defend themselves a little bit. They're still chopping down the wood there. I mean, we are doing pretty decent with our food supplies. I definitely need to find out. Okay, she's still butchering. Is there anyone who's just dilly-dallying? They're dropping off lumber. Alright, we got our first tech. I'm gonna hold on to it for a bit, just because I think it still might be a bit too early to suss out like what kind of game we're gonna have today. Alright, I'm gonna
Of course.
We're gonna go on a little expedition to see if we find some, oh, we're gonna need to get a water well built ASAP, actually. Let's see if we can find some fish down here, because I think there is. There we are. Okay, there's water. Perfect. So, do we have any fishing bonuses around here? We do. We got some fishing bonuses. Very nice. All right, so we're gonna go back. We do have some boars over here, but I think that will not be a problem. Let's go and get, yep, we need to get a water well built ASAP. Resources, water well. So we do get a good water bonus over here. I think for now, the best we can do is going to be, I don't know, something like this, which is not ideal. We are gonna plant a couple trees by it eventually, just to help with the go and build a road there too. And we will get our fishing shack set up as well. Okay. Let's connect that road. It's gonna bug me. Let's do a little bit more flattening of our terrain as well, just because it's looking kind of janky. Fish, alright. You are going to be... Let's see, fishing, productivity, he's probably going to be over on this side. Start there. So that will really help us get some extra food going on. And we'll just make it through this blizzard. We will have to spend probably several years working on increasing the fertility of this area over here, just because it is not super great, but of everything it was the best we could do. Let's go ahead and disable our firewood, because we've got quite a bit of that already. I need to clear out another section. Let's go ahead and start up here. Get that cleared out. But we do have a fisher now. We'll set another flattening project for up here. It's gonna be a... We'll see how well we can get, because we have these rocks in the way. I am a bit afraid of water in the long term, only because last game I played, we kept having lightning storms, and my buildings kept catching on fire, and I lost a lot of resources, and the water was not super well like accessible to the buildings that were on fire, and I ended up losing quite a bit. So I think we'll probably have to have an extra water well at some point, because if I'm going to do my production kind of northeast, which one I'm going to have to clear out all these rocks, which is going to be a pain. In fact, actually, it might be worth me taking the stone cutting early on, just because I have so much rock I'm going to need to get cleared out, and that's going to save me a lot of time. I think that's actually probably going to be worth it. I'm still going to stock up a little bit on my knowledge points at this point, just because I think we're in a decent position, though I think it may be worth me, I think, picking 6% total maxed out with lore. I don't know if it's going to be enough to make the difference. We might look at getting sustainable fishing early on, just because we have a decent source of fish nearby. I think that's definitely one we're going to pick up eventually. Natural philosophy, I think it's also a really good one to pick up, just because I think over time it'll really help out. I'm not sensing a need for militia at this point, so I'm thinking we're probably looking at stone cutting. Let's go and pick up natural philosophy first, and then we'll pick up stone cutting next. And then we'll probably pick up the sustainable fishing from there. And because our... So if I'm just thinking of where we're actually going to have the raiders have been spotted on the outskirts. Okay, so let's keep a watch out. So if I'm thinking of where I'm going to have this right here is very obviously the most fertile part of it. So I'm thinking of having a road down here, which will give us some space to build up here as well. Let's look at kind of the grazing. It's pretty good overall, especially over here. So I think we got some stuff to work with. Let's do another flattening project here. And catching some fish, so that's good. So far I've seen iron, clay, so we got sand. Any coal yet? Okay, we got some deer over there. Got those boars to watch out for. Predators are attacking. Oh, yep, see? Yep, we just lost our first person. Okay, well. It's a matter of time. Okay. Well, where do we want to build our graveyard? Probably off this way. Because I don't want it to impact. Or we could do it kind of down here. Yeah, we'll build our graveyard over here, because that's kind of right next to the gold. That's should be very fitting. Let's go and get our first set of rocks crushed over here. We're gonna get another knowledge point in 1 more month. Flattening of the terrain's going well so far. Let's do another project to kind of... There's our next knowledge point. Let's go and pick it up in stone cutting, and then we'll probably... I think we'll probably pick up militia next, and then sustainable fishing, because I think we're still in a pretty good position for our making sure our fishing spot's not depleted. Make sure that we are in this. Yep, we're in the shoal. Right. What's my hunter doing? Because I might send her out. She's butchering meat. So as soon as she's done butchering meat, I will send her out on a little bit of expedition. We're doing pretty good in terms of food. I'll probably need to start building some storage here soon. Which I think I'll probably put like right here actually. In fact, let's go and build us a stockyard. And don't think we quite need the smokehouse yet. So far, I think we're in a decent position. We need this to hurry and finish getting built because we have just a dead person lying in the middle of the road. Sorry, Sargon. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to get some storage for food in just a bit, because I don't want us to be spoiling food. And we're gonna start getting to that point. But I want to get this cleared down. Honestly, I think it's fine that we build over the sand pit. I'm not super worried about it. I'm sure we'll find, I mean, we got more sand up there if we need it. Yeah, sand this early in the game is not going to be a factor for us. They're still clearing those trees up there. And while we're here, I think it's probably worth starting to get to the point where we get some early action going on the farm, just to start with the increasing the fertilization. I mean, this is really going to be our main area here. Let's look into what we're looking at. We are heavy on clay, which is not ideal. 48%. I mean, we're sitting at 48% right around here. 46, 48, like kind of just like diagonal. We run like 48%. So let's wait till one more year. Kind of just keep making improvements around here and see if see how we keep progressing. I really do want to work on clearing some of this out more. Let's get this flattened down. Honestly, okay, fishing, butchering. I'm gonna send her on a little expedition just to kind of look around a bit. Actually, I might set her just to
as you wish.
See what's out here. Maybe we'll find lucky and find some salvage, because those will help us generate some early game knowledge as well. I don't think we're going to be that lucky though. Do have to be on the lookout because it did say raiders were on the outskirts. So we will, yeah, we found coal too, deep coal. So we might have a raider encampment nearby. But we're just going to slowly build up our visible area. Found some deer down here. Actually, we might need to move our hunting area to over here. That's like a really good spot. Got boar. It's just, it's excavation. See if we find anything over here. More deer. Alright, let's send her back home. Nothing super hot at the moment. Being said, we are going to move the hunter's cabin to over here. And we're probably going to move the forager's cabin to something like this. Alright, we got our next knowledge. So we picked up stone cutting, we picked up natural philosophy. Let's go and probably pick up militia, and then we'll do sustainable fishing after. Definitely need to. Let's go and build a root cellar. Right. Well, let's save the market for. Put the market right here. Let's see. Probably put the market like right here. So let's go and put the root cellar here. Get the storehouse built up next to the stockyard in just a second. Let's just knock that out. Oops. Yeah, we'd have to destroy all that first if we're gonna flatten it. Let's get some flattening up here done though, because we're gonna need it for when we expand our houses. And then next year we will start construction of the. Actually, we could probably go and start construction of it because it's gonna take us some time to clear out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start maybe something like 8 by 8. I guess should give us a decent start. The ground will get too hard at some point for them to continue working on it, but that's okay. Yep, see. That is fine. We're just going to keep working on clearing out some stuff around here. We'll need to spend probably 2 years 3 years probably, getting some fertility up on it. Winter's always the most boring part, just because there's really nothing going on, can't really do much. That's okay. Turn that audio up. And now we hunker down for another winter. We'll get another knowledge point about 3 months. Overall, we're in a pretty solid position. I need to probably need to do some more flattening here. It's looking a bit. Yeah, I think we'll probably be fine. Up here, we'll probably need to do some flattening, and definitely over here. In fact, let's go and get that started. Our laborers aren't doing anything else right now. Could they just drop those logs? This is not important, huh? Whatever. Food's probably going to start being a problem next year. I think we'll need to look into go ahead and building a smokehouse. And then probably get us another set of maybe a gatherer or a hunter. Probably just one more. How's our... Okay. Yeah, we are spoiling a lot of protein, which is not good. Fruit we are down on. Probably pick up another gatherer again. I'm gonna shut off usage of the storage cart. It's just that we don't have enough. Okay, yep. We need to turn off our farmers right now because we're out of laborers. That's why nothing's happening. Once we get some extra population, it will help. Let's go and turn this down to 3 builders. That way we have an extra laborer. Because especially with the smokehouse, we're going to start. And let's go and turn farmers up to 2 so they can work on the field. Bugging me how uneven this is. Firewood's still good for now. How is our fish doing? I think we'll probably be fine if we don't have sustainable fishing at the moment. I think we still have a good source. We need to be very careful though, because there's this Woolston over here. Actually, I'm gonna pull her out. I'm not feeling comfortable. I'm gonna move the fishing area. Last thing we need right now is, there we go. I might go and grab another hunter cabin so they can go clear out this Woolston and the boar den. That'll give us a good chunk of meat. Some flatten going over here. We really do need some immigration here. At the moment, that's not ideal. I'll probably need to build a couple of sites. So we may not have enough people to finish the farm this year, not until we get some more people. Scurvy. Alright, so actually we're going to go ahead and turn off the farm. Get some more people. We'll come back to the farm. I think we'll be fine. Oh, I have a tech plan I need to spend. Let's see. Where do we want to throw this? Probably hygiene. I think on a hard mode. Hygiene's going to be a real pain in the ass. I think it's just kind of give us a long-term benefit starting out in the early game. Since we have a bit of food stocked up, it'll probably be time for us to go look into clearing out those camps. Actually,
Work to be done?
We're going to do that now. Butchering meat. Our expert hunters. We're going to start with the wolf's den. Sight on the wolves. I think there's 3. There's only 2. Okay. Yep, there are 3. Okay. Okay, there's 2. And attack that one. Dead. Perfect. Harvest those, we'll come back, we'll clear out the wolf's den. I need to go and build a storehouse as well. And then, okay, so the hunters are back. As soon as those are done processing, we'll actually go clear it out, so that way they don't come back, and then we'll do the same thing for the boars. Get a little bit more wood chopped so we can get another house going. I'm trying to do something moderately away so we don't deplete all of our resources starting out. So we are at 7 months now of food, which is good. I'm gonna go and build another house, just so we can start getting increasing our population.
What needs doing?
Okay. While she's not really doing anything right now, I'm gonna have her clear out this wolf's den, just so we can take it off the map permanently. Hopefully, I'm gonna make sure she runs around the boars. I think I need for her is to be stupid and run right into the boars and get herself killed. And let me be careful. Nope. Go the other way. If we can clear out those boars though, that's gonna be a good hunting spot. Mill and a fletchery, because we're almost out, because we are out of ammo, and that's, so we really need to get some more people here. To help. Okay, we got some knowledge. What are we gonna throw it at this time? I'm going to save it for now. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna save it for now. I'm just not quite sure what we want it in. If she can't work, I'm just going to let's get this rock mined. And hope that we get some immigration here soon. So food might start. Stone cutting was definitely the move this early in the game. As soon as this rock gets crushed, we can probably go and build us a saw pit, and then as soon as we get the saw pit, we get the Fletcher. We don't have any willow around here, so basket shop's going to be a no-go for us. And I have the storehouse. The storehouse. Okay. Rock's almost done. We'll need some more wood though. That's gonna gonna start to be more of a priority at this point. Let's see. Clear out these trees over here. Let's get them going. And we're out of firewood too. turn you off. We need to get some more people on getting firewood right now. Got the houses, I just really could use some immigration. Honestly, it might not be a bad idea for cast iron blades. I don't know. I don't know how much of a difference 10% makes. It's just production logistics. No. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go and grab. And I'll probably pick up fish sustainability next one. Okay, we got one new villager. That's good. That is good. We need more though. One of these years we'll get around to finishing the farm. We need more people first. We're good enough on firewood for this season. I think one thing I really don't like is firewood generation is really high in the early game. Like, I'm constantly having to turn it on and off just because it is using up too much resources. Into the next year. Should get a knowledge point in just a second. Might be worth setting out for another expedition at some point just to see if we can find some salvage. Actually, let's go and do that now. Let's I'm gonna go up this way. Start of a new year. Maybe we will get lucky. So far, just rocks. Rocks everywhere. Another excavation site. 2 villagers immigrated. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed. Alright, nothing great. You can go back. Oh shoot, we got raiders approaching. From both sides. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay. Let's summon everyone back. Our fisher, you need to come back before we lose all of our fish. Alright. We're probably gonna end up losing people here. I'm missing some people. You, what are you doing over there? Come here. You, come here. We're gonna need everybody here that we can. Alright. Early game like this, there's usually just a few of them. So we might be okay. Okay, we got one person. Okay, one person here so far, so we're good on this front. Easy. Let's see where these other ones go. Let's take the fight to them, because I don't want to be just like sitting ducks. There they are. How many we got? Just one? Easy. Cake. Can never be too sure early game like this. Just because they can come in with a full host of, and then just wreck you. Let's go and get the Fletcher building built. We need to get some more lumber cut. And because we just need some more saw planks, and then we will be in a really, really, really good position. As soon as we can get the Fletcher up. So we need 2 more houses, then we get a good chunk of people in. Which we'll probably get at this point next year. Let's throw 1 farmer up. Actually, no. We probably want to get an extra hunter. Now that we're going to have our Fletcher building up. Might be worth getting some sort of road established for good. Oof, maples down here. Honestly, that might be a little crazy, but let's get a road established down here and start harvesting all of this. Shoot, where are the predators at? We're probably gonna lose people here.
What is it?
What is it?
Yeah, we lost 1, 2. We lost 1 person. Okay. Damn. It's okay. Need more arrows than bows at this point, so we're going to do a 2-to-1 production ratio. Oh yes, perfect. Some immigrants coming in. Let's get another house started for them. Yes, I know we have 9 people, but now we can really start scaling. Because we can now start harvesting some of these big trees. Like this maple here, there's a maple for 9, that'll be good. And we will need don't need that many people in the saw pit. We're gonna need some water though. Resources, water. A good water bonus. 50% up here. Let's see. This one already reaches those 3, so as long as I can hit those 2. Actually, can we just make it like a perfect... I'm a sucker for some good symmetry. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that'll do. And then that will just help us with future expansion. And we need to go and build another house. We've got our guys down here chopping up these maples, which are going to be very nice. And, construction back on the farm. Honestly, we could probably get some construction going on getting these rocks, helping work on these rocks. Okay. Feeling really good with our progress. probably going to be a good time for us to, if we're going to be building our 2-gap here, because we're going to be doing residential kind of this way. Can't figure out how we want that. I mean, we can have some residential down here. I'm thinking mostly like this whole half. I guess let's just start with the market here. Not ideal, but it's better than nothing at this point. We're gonna need the firewood. You're gonna need a lot of trees chopped. Do you have any fully mature trees here? Yeah. Get these birches cut down. There we go. Let's finish out this year. We'll probably finish that for this session. It's almost 4 o'clock here in Arkansas, and I have to go to my local game store to buy some magic cards. We'll finish out this year. But I'm feeling really confident with how this hard mode game is going. Of course, literally anything could happen. Dysentery or, you know, who knows, scurvy. I'll get some knowledge. Actually, we got 2 knowledge that we need to spend. Let's see, where do we want to put this? I think let's go ahead and put it into Woodlore just to get trailblazing later on. I'm not super hot about it, but I don't really see anything else at this point because let's see how our production's going. Protein productions. Let's see, fish production is down. Let's take a look at our forest. Forager shack. See if we need to move anything would be any more advantageous. Let's maybe move it down here. Get some eggs. Hunter shack's doing fine though. Blizzard is almost done. And then hopefully next year we will have a farm, now that we have enough people to start working on it. Actually, we can probably put a full set of people on it. They're still working on chopping down trees. Get that spruce marked. That'll probably put us in a good position to have enough. Year is almost out. And as soon as they return to the new year, I'll probably go ahead and just call it there for the session. But you know, overall, I'm feeling pretty good about the adventures of Mosquitoville. God, what a horrible name. Not the lumber. Just soft. All right. Well, we're gonna go and call it there. I want to thank everyone who was watching, and I will see everyone later. Hannah Bell, I just saw you chatted 10 minutes ago. Totally did not see that. I apologize. Appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe, and I will see you soon. I'm gonna download this and put it up on my YouTube page, which I'll put into my Twitch bio. And if anyone's watching after the fact on YouTube, I appreciate you. Feel free to give me a follow. I'll